All right, my Mission Monday family, I'm going to let you know this video will be a little bit longer than normal. So if you're watching it on Instagram, Johnny, I'm talking to you, and the video cuts off, just go to Facebook or LinkedIn or YouTube, any of those other platforms, and they'll have the whole video. So first of all, the mission, the explanation for it, and then there's some other things I want to reinforce. First of all, the mission is you don't know me, but. Now this was the mission, I haven't done it in almost 3 years. Here's how this mission came about. When I first started my present position almost 3 years ago, I was walking through one of our gyms. I think I was actually going over to get my school picture taken, and a staff member who I had not met yet pulled me aside and said, "You don't know me, but," and then gave me like 3 compliments right in a row, things that she noticed that I was doing that she appreciated. And it meant a lot to me, and it also meant a lot to me that she went out of her comfort zone. That even though she didn't know me really well, and I hadn't had the chance to meet her, she had just noticed things I was doing. She took the time to validate those things and make me feel good and let me know that I was appreciated. And man, that happened on a Tuesday, and I rode that wave all week. So I thought this makes a really good mission. So that's your mission. I want you to think of somebody that you've noticed what they do, and you might not be really tight with that person. Maybe your organization is so big, they don't even know you. Maybe they're just somebody you don't converse with on a regular basis. So it doesn't have to be a strict, you don't know me, but I want you to think of someone who's maybe out of your comfort zone a little bit, that you're not super tight with, but they could be validated by the appreciation you have for what they are doing. So find somebody that's you don't know me, but make sure you have that conversation with that person and let them know what it is that you appreciate. Now, here's why this video gets a little bit longer. The reason why we're doing this mission is I went back and I looked at some old missions and I was like, oh, that's a good one. I haven't done that for a long time. I remember that interaction. And then I went, I don't remember all of that interaction. If you asked me right now what that person complimented me about, I don't know. I don't remember. Now, sometimes we get compliments and sometimes we get validation that really sticks with us. I know I've talked to you before about Roger, and when I became an elementary principal and I was at a social event with me, and he came up and he kept on tapping me in the chest saying, "You're going to be good at this because you have heart. You have heart." Tapped me in the chest over and over again and said that over and over again. I've never forgotten that. This validation that you don't know me, but that I got from the staff member, I can't remember the specificity of it. It has eluded me, and I was really like, gosh, if I could remember that, that would really help me out right now. It might be a reminder of some things that I need to continue to keep doing. But then what I realized is this is why we do Mission Monday and why we bag on random acts of kindness and we make them consistent acts of kindness, because kindness randomly, the long-term effects of that, the long-term impact, the long-term validation is elusive. It can be fleeting. It might be like that circumstance with Roger, because you've got heart and it's always stuck with me and I never left. Or it might be, man, they told me 3 things I was doing really well and they appreciated it, but that was almost 3 years ago and I cannot remember those 3 things. If we are just randomly kind, it is less likely to stick and have an impact. But if we're kind consistently, if we do so intentionally, if we do so purposefully, if we do so over and over again, we're more likely to make more of that validation stick. We're more likely to make that high tide even higher and lift even more ships. Don't make it random. Make it consistent. Make it intentional, because sometimes even the really good things that happen to us, we can forget. But the more of them that happens, the more likely we are to remember more of them. All right, that's all I have. Thanks for listening to a video that was double the normal length. I would love it if you go to missionmonday.com, and I love you guys.